Okay, sorry about that. Somebody called right in the middle of the video, which is no fun. So we're going to restart. All right. So this is my setup. You notice that when it booted, it asked for some things, and let's go back to that for a second. So Sparta-DOS is really powerful, and one of the things it does is you can have multiple configuration files and choose those at boot. So right now I've got 3 configuration files set up on my hard drive. One is no VBXE, yes it's got a VBXE, or the default. Yes, there's a VBXE installed, so I want to load those drivers. That FAT-FS, that's what allows us to access FAT16 partitions when we're in Sparta-DOS. So this is just a command line DOS, just like PC DOS. One of the things I want to show you though is that I have set up partition N as the FAT16 drive. So the way I've got this set up is that it does a prompt for the directory it's in whenever I log a drive. So what it's doing now is it's accessing the N drive in order to get a directory excuse me, a directory read. And it takes a bit for it to do that, but now I know that that drive is logged and everything's kosher. I do a directory. That's that same FAT partition that we looked at in the loader, except now we can access it directly on the Atari, which is just an outstanding way to get things from your computer to your Atari and actively work with them on the Atari. So we've done just about everything. The only thing left to do is to test legacy SIO and the SIO to PC. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change the input on this to my little Mac Mini that's sitting here. And the Mac Mini has Windows running on it, and apparently an outdated version of Nero, which, you know, you didn't really need to know. Thanks, Nero. Yeah, you're going to take me to an ad, aren't you? Okay, so what I've got running here is called Respect, and it is a serial emulator for the Atari. And what that means is that you, even if you don't have a compact flash drive, you can still access files on your computer through the USB port. And there's just a USB mini, it's a USB micro, sorry, USB micro connection on the 1088, and then standard connection on your Mac or PC. There is a Mac version of Respect, but it's not updated as often as I would like, so I just run the Windows versions under Parallels. Now, we're going to do a little bit of interesting stuff here. What you see, hopefully, you can see that there's 2 files set for drive 3 and drive 4, so C and D. So I'm going to pan down here to this screen and access drive C. Now you can use letters or you can do D3. It's up to you. Okay, and then we'll do a directory. See? Just easy peasy. I can do D or drive 4. Okay, so the last thing to do is to test legacy SIO, which I've got this one right here. It's an SIO to SD, and then it's connected here through this multi-SIO, and then the back. Okay, so I'm going to go to D1, A, and do a directory. Ta-da! So everything works and is good to go. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to disconnect everything and walk you through the ports on the back. Alright? So if you'll bear with me while I do that, just let you see this screen. Maybe we'll size down the screen so it doesn't look like you're staring at the micrograph. Okay, so I'm going to shut it off. Now you're not watching anything. Just as a matter of course, the HDMI connection to HDMI DVI is just an adapter I picked up on Amazon. Now, not all LCD TVs work. Not all HDMI inputs work on this. All DVI inputs work, obviously, but not all HDMI. So it just depends on the TV and the converter. I have not had good luck with 3D TVs, but non-3D TVs seem to work. Alright, so let's look at the back of your machine here. Okay. Here's the back of your machine. And here's the compact flash slots. These are not coming with it, obviously. These are my personal compact flashes. This is your Sophia Revision B RGB. This is Joy 1, Joy 2. This is the disk swap switch that we pointed out earlier. This is your PS2 keyboard, PS2 mouse, composite, S-Video. This is your RGB. Also, a standard SC1224, Atari SC1224 will hook up without any modifications or any changes in the cable. So that's easy work. DVI. This is your stereo. Just get a 3.5 millimeter stereo to RCA jacks, and you'll be fine there. Your SIO, the SIO to PC with the mini USB, micro USB, sorry. And then this is your power supply. Make sure that you only use this, and you're good to go. The last thing is the cartridge, and it goes label this way like this, and it just sort of seats right there. This is one that's got to be forced open by the jack, so you kind of jiggle it a little bit, make sure it seats, and then to pull it out, you just pull it out like that. I am going to quickly connect it to a video source because I just remembered we didn't test the cartridge port, and I want to make sure that you see that working. So I just connected RGB, and I'm just going to power this on like this. Okay, you see the splash screen, and then it goes into the cartridge. Ta-da! Ta-da, ta-da. So, okay. That's it. Enjoy your machine. I'm going to package it up now. And if you want a wireless keyboard, I suggest this one here. It's fairly inexpensive. And make sure you get the one that is PS2. There's a couple of sellers on Amazon that sell them, that sell you a Spanish USB version, and that will not work. Enjoy your unit.